Welcome back to the National Fixed League, folks, where all the games are phony and all these players are full of baloney. That's right, every game is fixed and scripted, including this one. So, Lions marching right on down the field in this NFC Championship game. Now let's look at the 49ers' attempts to make a tackle on this play. So first guy reaches out and touches his arm. What an excellent tackle attempt that was. These two guys, 27 and 20, bump into each other a couple of times and fumble around and do nothing. Number 20 touches his arm. So we've got two arm touches. And here comes the best part. You fanboys are going to love this. Number 57 reaches out and grabs hold of something. But what is that? Can you guys tell me what he's grabbing? Can you guys tell me what that is? That's not his jersey. What is that? What's hanging out of that guy's pants? What is that? What did he just pull away? What just ripped away? What are you telling me? That's a piece of jersey? What was that he just went for and tried to use to make a tackle and failed and whiffed and landed on his face? What was that? And oh look, he scores. Look, I've pointed this out in other videos. It looks like they're setting us up for flag football. It appears all the players are wearing flags, right? Look, this guy's got one. This guy's got one. So now, you have players playing flag football, literally, right here. See, he just went for a flag. Look, this guy's got one. I've pointed this out before. Here's one right here. I've pointed this out, and you know what fanboys say? Those are towels. No, those aren't towels. Those look like flags to me, like they're setting you up for flag football. They're conditioning you for all the players wearing flags. So he's got this thing flapping around, flapping around, flapping around, flapping around. Arm tackle attempt, flapping around in the breeze. We can all see it. You're telling me that's a towel? 49er guy reaches for that thing. Of all the things you could possibly grab, he reaches that thing I'm talking about that looks like a flag. You know, like flag football. And he's gonna base his tackle attempt on grabbing that thing? Am I the only one in the freaking world who notices this? Yeah, right there, that would be considered down in the new flag football league. See? So eventually, you're gonna see the quarterbacks getting to wear flags, and the quarterbacks won't have to take hits, and you'll only have to grab the quarterback's flag. And then, fast forward a few more seasons, all the players are going to be wearing flags. This is conditioning for what you're going to see coming. You're going to see flag football, whether you want it or not. Oh, and what is the Pro Bowl? The Pro Bowl is flag football. So they already turned your Pro Bowl into flag football. Now they're going to turn the rest of your football into flag football. I hope you're ready, fanboys. So at this point, the Lions are up 2 touchdowns, and the 49ers mount a drive, and they use the little white running back who cannot be stopped, Christian McCaffrey. We're supposed to believe this little white guy is the most powerful running back of all times. Makes Jim Brown look weak by comparison. I mean, look at that guy. He just cannot be stopped. It takes like 4 or 5 Lions dudes. I mean, look, this guy dove at nothing and whiffed. Cannot even come near him. It's going to take like 5 or 6 Lions to bring this guy down. I mean, this guy's already falling down before he even makes a tackle attempt. Number 31, no chance. Right? You have to have the whole team to take down McCaffrey. You're going to need at least 12 dozen guys. I mean, look how many damn Lions it takes to bring this guy down. Right? Going right back to the little white running back who can't be stopped. The Lions know you don't even want to try to stick out an arm. You don't even want to try to make a tackle attempt. Look at him bulldoze his way right through those dudes. That's right, that little white guy right there. The strongest, most dominant running back of all time. Stronger than any black man. Yep, that's right. Stronger than any black running back ever. The NFL scripted it that way. Right? So the NFL scripted that guy to be more powerful than Jim Brown, Jerome Bettis, Eddie George, you name it. That's right. Little white McCaffrey. Stronger, more powerful than any black man who ever lived. If you don't like it, write a letter to the NFL and tell them that they need to stop scripting white players like McCaffrey to look so good. In the first half, the 49ers made it look like they were for sure going to lose this game. They had to sell it as if the Lions were just so good and that they were going to get blown out in this game. So here Purdy waits in the pocket. And then he throws this ball right into triple coverage. This is almost as bad as Lamar's interception in the triple coverage in the AFC Championship game. So this is done on purpose. Purdy throws this interception, making it look like the 49ers are going to have no chance in this game. They're getting you to pound the Lions on those live betting apps when you see this. So after this turnover right here, you're probably thinking for sure the Lions have this game and they're going to win by a couple scores. That's how easily they can get you to make the wrong decision on those live betting apps. They can psychologically trick you into thinking you already know the outcome before the game's over. So you'll see in the first half, the 49ers defense is purposely letting Detroit score, purposely letting Detroit run wild. You'll see none of the Niners players putting in any real effort to make a tackle. Look at number 90, just kind of jogging. Watch this first dude come up, miss on purpose. Oh yeah, man, you're trying your hardest. Look at this like little ankle twist up in the air. So over dramatic. I don't know how anyone thinks that this is real. You'll see each 49er guy, one after the other, not actually trying to make a tackle. They'll stick their arm out and touch his arm like it's one-arm touch football, but none of them are trying to make a tackle. All these 49er dudes, nobody can make a tackle. Sure, man, looks totally realistic to me. This last guy goes for some sweet feet action once he knows he has no chance. Yeah, dude, great job. So at this point, if you're a fanboy, you're thinking the Lions are gonna blow the 49ers out. You might start pounding the Lions on those live betting apps. This is psychology ball. All 32 teams are operating as one. They're putting on a play to take your money. That's why they call it running a play. So now it's the second half, and these teams flip-flop roles. Now the 49ers are unstoppable, and the Lions defense can't stop anything. So it's funny how the Lions were dominating in the first half, And then they flipped that switch, and now the 49ers cannot be stopped. Brock Purdy throws a pass. But instead of the defender intercepting the ball, instead of him picking this off, or at the very minimum, swatting it down, instead he volleys it up in the air off of his face. Ref throws a flag to ensure that the 49ers are going to get this field position, whether he catches it or not. Of course, he comes up with the catch. So they pick up the flag and say there's no penalty on the play. You see how that works? They can throw the flag as insurance to make sure that if the miraculous catch off of the face didn't go down, well, they can just say pass interference and still give the 49ers the same position on the field. So there's your flag. They, of course, pick the flag up, say there's no flag on the play. And this is one of my favorite parts. Pay very close attention. He looks like he's about to slam dunk on the goalpost right here. Whoop! But then he stops. That's because there's technology inside of the goalposts, which they use to manipulate field goal kicks. So at this point, the comeback is on. 49ers are only down 7. And if you are a Lions fan, at this point, you probably already knew your team was going to rip your heart out of your chest. And this time it was going to hurt even worse than all those other times. Well, here you see the 49er defense, who could not stop the Lions at all in the first half, suddenly turn into a wall. And the Lions, who easily ran the ball on the 49ers in the first half, suddenly now they got fumble fingers. And the ball comes out, of course. And the 49ers got it. And you Lions fans know at this moment, you are going to get your heart ripped out once again. Hey, you know what? Lions fans, you can do what I did. There's a cure to this. You want to know what the cure is to having your team purposely rip your heart out? You want to know what the cure is? Do what I did. Cut ties with your team and become a former fan. I am a former Miami Dolphins fan. I no longer root for them. I make these videos exposing the NFL. I expose all 32 teams are working as one, putting on a play to take your money. And that every player is in on it, every coach is in on it, every coordinator is in on it. Even the announcers know it's fake football. Lions fans, if you want the pain to go away, cut ties with your fake phony football team and become a former fan like me. So the 49ers march right down the field and they go to the little white running back who cannot be stopped. The greatest running back of all time that they scripted, not me. It's not my opinion. Christian McCaffrey walking right in the end zone. Lions don't want nothing to do with him. No Lion dares step in his way. This guy, after he scores, grabs hold of his waist and snips his butt. Think I'm kidding? This Lions player, after Christian McCaffrey already scored the touchdown, the play is over. He knows Christian McCaffrey is the greatest little white running back of all time. And so he can't help but get down and sniff his butt. There's the proof. Lions, your players are nothing but Christian McCaffrey butt sniffers. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I failed to point out that the Lions in the second half couldn't catch anything. You started seeing every offensive player on the Lions roster drop pass after pass. right? Perfect pass, right on the money from Jared Goff. He's got it in his hands, but ooh! Can't hang on, right? So all the Lions players started dropping passes left and right. Funny how a professional ball catcher can't catch a ball when it matters most. So now that the score is tied, the 49ers really start to make the Lions look foolish. Actually, the Lions really start to make themselves look foolish on purpose. Because after all, this is pretend football. So all you Lions fans who are mad about your team losing, well, blame the players for playing pretend football. Blame the NFL for scripting the Lions to be jobbers who lose every year. It's not my fault that they're jobbers. I didn't script it that way. The NFL did. Now watch this nonsense. So it looks like Purdy is about to get sacked, right? Wrong! He's too purdy to get sacked. Look at this sack attempt. Nope. Sorry. Can't sack a man who's so purdy. And then he just happens to have a man left wide open, unattended, doing the tiptoe on the sidelines. At this point, Lions fans knew the writing was on the wall. You were about to cry yourself to sleep. All right, y'all, this next point I'm going to make is important. So listen up. The Dan Campbell coaching philosophy is not gutsy. It's not glorious. It's boneheaded and stupid. Going for fourth downs when it doesn't make sense is not gutsy or glorious. It's stupid, and it shouldn't be done by a real coach who's trying to win. So in this scenario, 24-27, Lions are losing. It's the fourth quarter. You're in field goal range. You kick the field goal and you tie it up. Going for a 4th and 3 right here is asinine. No real coach in a real game who really wanted to win would ever do this. The Dan Campbell coaching philosophy is purposely normalizing and popularizing the wrong coaching move. And the reason they're popularizing boneheaded coaching moves is so these teams can shave points, so they can manipulate the score, so they can get you to think a team's about to score and then they fail. They can manipulate the game more easily by having teams go for fourth downs when it doesn't make sense. Dan Campbell and any coach who does something like this is not gutsy. They're a bonehead. Furthermore, it's not Dan Campbell's decision. The NFL makes these coaches go for it. The coaches don't actually have any say over what goes down on the field. They're just pretending to coach. So, when you see these 4th and 3s and they go for it, pass up the opportunity to tie the game, the ball has no shot of being completed. Jared Goff ran backwards, threw it at the ground, made sure his man had no shot. When it looks like teams are trying to turn it over on purpose, that's because they are. This is what football is when people get to live bet. It becomes unrecognizable to the point where it doesn't look like football anymore. So in the first half, Purdy couldn't do much, but in the second half, he became faster than Lamar Jackson. He became like the best scrambler in the National Football League. I mean, watch the Lions pass rush. Oh man, that was a nice flag football tackle attempt. Look at these guys diving at the feet. and whiffing on purpose. He's like the fastest white quarterback who ever lived. Look at these dudes going for the sweet feet action, whiffing and landing on their face. Yeah, man, Brock Purdy is just the fastest white quarterback of all time. And guess what? He wasn't in the first half. He actually gained this ability in the second half. He became the fastest, most elusive white running quarterback of all time in the second half magically. The only thing you can do is dive and smell his feet. And now the 49ers start to punish the Lions. And of course, the weapon of choice, the greatest little white running back who can never be stopped. More powerful than any black man on the field. I mean, look at him. He just tossed that dude down like it was his little brother. Oh my gosh. This guy is a freaking beast. A freaking freak of freaking nature. So at this point, a lot of people know the game is over. The 49ers not only came back, but at this point, they're covering the spread. The spread was at 7 points, 7.5 points on some people's ticket. So the 49ers are up 10. It's 4th down. They're literally playing with your money. If you bet on the spread right here, they know that right here they can rub it in your face and play with your money. If you're on the Niners to cover the 7, you're staring at the screen right now going, no way, no. And if you're on the Lions +7, you're like, please, please. So even when the game looks out of reach for the Lions, they would need to score 10 points just to tie it up. They can still keep you biting your nails on the edge of your seat over the spread. And they can have it come down to a 4th down play for all the money on the spread table. And this was the only thing that I got wrong on this pick. This is the only thing I missed. I had Niners winning and covering, and the damn Lions backdoor covered the spread on that play right there. I nailed the Chiefs. I nailed the Niners. The only thing I missed was the Niners covering that spread right there. So the Lions go for the onside kick, and we all know it didn't work out. 49ers recover. Game over. 49ers going to the Super Bowl. Just like I told you. So there you have it, y'all. 49ers versus the Chiefs in Las Vegas. Just like I predicted. Do me a big favor and share this video on social media and with your friends and family. And as always, smash that like button and make sure you are subscribed. And I will catch you next time. Peace.